What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Pam, and today I have another seed haul for you. Yay! You know, we love the seed hauls on this channel. Today it is from Sow Right Seeds. They were nice enough to send me out 3 of their seed collections. I think they have a bunch, but I have 3. If you're curious what I do with the gobs of seeds that I have ended up with, you can't see in this frame, I don't think. But if you can see the little priority mailbox down there, that was also full of seeds that a friend gave me. So I, you know, stay tuned. We'll be doing a thing that I'm not going to say the word of because it will trigger all the bots. But it's a thing where I show you things and then you say a thing in the comments and then I send you some things. Maybe if you win, you can figure it out. Okay, but for now, let's look at these seed collections. So the first one I'm going to show you is the 10 herbal tea collection. I only have 9 of the seeds from that collection. So the one that I'm missing is the evening primrose, it grows in my yard wild, so I won't miss it. But just so you know, that also comes with the collection. So for this 10 pack of seeds, it's $15.99 on the site. They all feel like they have a decent amount of seeds in them. Let me see if it says how many. It does not. That's not uncommon. Not my favorite thing. Okay, so right off the jump, I will tell you what I really like about their packaging is that they have these big, beautiful pictures on everything, and it's kind of nice to have photos. It's not necessary, of course, but I know that when I'm picking things out, it makes it easier, and just selfishly as a YouTuber, I like being able to hold up a picture on this thing so that I don't have to, you know, tempt the copyright gods by borrowing one off the website. I at least try to use the photos from the websites that I'm encouraging people to shop from because, like, I don't know, that feels morally better to me, but it's probably still not okay. So maybe don't do it if you're a YouTuber. Just don't do anything that I do. That's a really good advice. It's going to be like this for the whole video, just so you know. We're in a mood today. The moon is weird. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so first up, we have holy basil, my favorite. Focus. There we go. They have look at that appetizing photo of holy basil tea right there on the packet, so that's cute. Got some good information on the back, which I appreciate. So they've got a little background on it. They have the days to germination, the ideal soil temperature, light requirements, planting depth, and plant spacing. So to complain a little, because this is a review, it would be nice to know the days to maturity, because that is very helpful to have on a seed packet, because that's what helps me decide when I plant things. And a seed count would be helpful. Not everybody does that, but I wish that they would because it's helpful. Okay, but yeah, other than that, beautiful packaging. Okay, next up we have the calendula. Calendula will self-seed itself pretty handily, so you want to keep that in mind. I will say though, for something that self-seeds, this is incredibly easy to identify and pull if you do not want it somewhere. So you don't really have to worry too much about it getting sort of beyond your management. Okay, next up we have the peppermint. And these do have this like non-GMO thing on the front, but just as a reminder, you cannot buy GMO seeds if you are not a farmer, if you are not signing a contract that you paid to sign. All commercially available seeds are non-GMO. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Next up we have hyssop. I love hyssop. Here we go. We have borage. Right here, bees love this, and I don't know if I have grown this before. I think I tried and it didn't work. Helpful info on the back. This is an excellent companion plant for strawberries, squash, and tomatoes. I'm going to take that to mean that it probably attracts bumblebees, which are great pollinators for all of those veggies. Next up we have echinacea. Lovely. Growing instructions do not say these need to be cold stratified, but I think that these need to be cold stratified, just so you know. Lemon balm. Lemon balm is a member of the mint family, so this is the kind of thing that if you do not put it in a container, it will become about roughly 60% of your garden within a few years. I have not had to plant lemon balm anywhere in years, but I still grow some for the containers on my porch just because it's easy access, and then I don't have to go out into the weeds in my yard. It is bountiful out there, but come midsummer, I don't want to be traipsing around in there. Chamomile. Everybody loves chamomile tea. I am drinking some right now. And of course we have lavender. And if you've not had lavender tea before, if you like me in a past time, if you think that drinking lavender might be gross and might taste like someone sprayed perfume in your mouth, it doesn't. I thought it would taste like that, but it actually doesn't. It makes a very nice tea. It is odd when you like first start using flowers in food and teas if you've not done it before, especially like rose teas and things like that. It's a different flavor, so it's like it takes a little bit to get into it, I think, for some people, but I definitely recommend checking out floral teas because they are just delicious and wonderful and often beautiful. Okay, so we have some doubles throughout these collections, so you'll probably see a little bit of that. Let me figure out what my next collection is here. Okay, so we have, let's go with the Medicinal Herb collection. They do have vegetable collections and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so this one is $19.99, and this one has, let's see, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that 12? 3, 1, 3. It's math, I can't do. 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13. There's 13 packets in the large medicinal herb collection, so I'm gonna take you through those. So I have, once again, lemon balm, lavender. I'm excited about the excess of lavender seeds because I grow it every year, and sometimes the bushes make it through the winter and then sometimes they don't, so about half and half. And then we've got yarrow right here. Lovely. More echinacea. There. We have bergamot. Beauty. It says that these light purple flowers delight native bees, bumblebees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. Also makes a refreshing minty herbal tea. Love that. Speaking of tea, we've got some more chamomile. And then we have marjoram. Beautiful photography as always. Okay, we've got more peppermint. Potentially controversial item here. We have white sage. So I say that because white sage is something that indigenous Americans, Native Americans use, and white people have kind of gotten into smudging and using this stuff, and they have over-harvested it to the point where it is, I believe, an endangered plant. So you should never, ever, 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 if you are not indigenous, harvest this plant from the wild. So one could argue it would be better ethically to grow your own from seed. You'll want to find out if your seed supplier handles their seeds in-house. I do not know if these guys do. I'll have to ask them. But if they are harvesting and growing in-house and they're not, harvesting from the wild, then that might make you feel better about growing it. It does make a beautiful incense smell. It's different from the culinary sage that we use, which is actually a mint plant. If you didn't know, the sage that we eat is a mint plant. This is not a mint plant. This is a salvia. So there's my disclaimer, do with it what you will. And then, where are we going here? Okay, we've got more hyssop, more holy basil, and more calendula. So you can see that between the tea collection and the medicinal herb collection, there are a lot of the same seeds, so I would probably pick one or the other. The large herb collection has more stuff in it, so that might be worth your time. Let's see, what does the tea have that this doesn't? Forage. And that's kind of it. So I would say if you were going to go for one of these, probably the large herbal medicinal herb collection, if you do not have qualms with the white sage, would be your better bet for that stuff. And then finally, this is the last collection that they sent me. And this is, which is this? So this is the Container Flowers collection. So this is a great little collection. I also have this extra mint, which I don't think was in the Container Flowers collection. I think that this got sent to me instead of the Evening Primrose in the tea collection. So I think that was my extra. They might have been out of that seed or something. So what do we got in here? Yeah, you guys will like this collection. This one's kind of cool. Okay, so I have opened a lot of these. Full disclosure, I definitely tore into them the day that I got them because I was planting that day anyway. So one of the ones that I've started, you guys have seen me grow this before if you're not new here. This is the Royal Carpet Alyssum. Alyssum is one of my favorite companion planting flowers. It stays pretty low to the ground and hoverflies absolutely love alyssum. You will just, if you look at a patch of alyssum, sweat bees really like them too. If you look at a patch of alyssum in the summertime, it almost looks like static because there's so many little hoverflies just zipping around over the blooms. So those are really great for getting rid of like thrips, I think. I think they eat thrips. I'll tell you on the screen if they eat thrips. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're really good beneficial insects to have around. And like I said, this will stay low to the ground, makes a great garden border, and it smells amazing. Great, great flower to plant. Very easy to grow. So I was excited to see this. I didn't really get to order any dahlia seeds this year, so I'm just kind of going off what I have left from last year. So these will go into the pile here. So we've got some nice little dahlias there. These are the dwarf single mix. And if you didn't know, you can save the tubers from seed-grown dahlias. The tubers were huge when I dug them out. So you can get some really big dahlia tubers from seed-grown dahlias and save yourself a ton of money. And then you can like pretend like you're a dahlia breeder, you know, and like save the tubers from the cool ones that you grow. Just like feel fancy about it. That's what I'm gonna do. One of my favorite plants, as you guys all know, here is the Rainbow Mix Coleus. I was very glad to get this because I also did not get a chance to get more Coleus seeds this year. And I was probably just going to kind of go without, so I'm psyched to have these. So this is a nice little mix. I've grown the Rainbow Mix before, and you get all kinds of really beautiful leaf pattern and stuff. Yeah. Here's a Cape Daisy, and that's got a really pretty like purple center. I don't know if I've grown this one before. It's really pretty. I don't really know anything about it, but I did plant some seeds, so we're going to find out. This is another one that's new to me too. This is Balsam, the Tom Thumb mix. And this is a member of the Impatiens family. So I also started some of these, and they've already come up too. Actually, all of these seeds that I've planted had like 100% germination, so like thumbs up on that. I'm glad that I got some of these flowers planted before I ended up filming this because I can tell you that. Okay, next up, here's another cool one that I don't usually have seeds for. This is a dwarf mix petunia. I've never grown petunias from seeds before, and these don't have like a time to maturity on the back, but it does say that you should start them 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost date, which I did. I did it about 8 weeks. Maybe 9 weeks before, so we got in just in time. So this one says to direct sow. This looks like something that seeds itself like crazy, so if you have grown anise, you can let me know if that is the case. I am guessing it probably is. And I'm saying that because all of these little umbel flowers here are going to turn into seeds. So there's tons of blooms on there, which means there's going to be tons of seeds. But those seeds are delicious. So if you're good at harvesting seeds, that would be maybe not a problem for you. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. And this is also a great plant for swallowtail butterflies, which I am going to try to be a better mommy to my swallowtails this year. I do have some things that they like you know, fennel and things like that in the garden, but and dill. I did grow dill and stuff last year, but I have a hard time keeping that alive, so at least this might last a little bit longer. We'll see. So yeah, that is a huge chunky haul from Sow Right Seeds. So thank you guys so much for sending these seeds out to me. Definitely enjoyed going through these. It's always like a really cool treat to get a bunch of seeds in the mail just because I make silly videos on the internet. So if you have watched this entire video, thank you, because you are the reason for the season. I don't know what I'm saying, but thank you. And big thanks to my patrons. If you want to get involved with Patreon or anything like that, we have a Discord. We're doing all kinds of stuff this summer. It'll be a good time. You can check it out down below. But if not, just watching this video is thanks enough. Thank you very much. Happy planting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!